Hey, welcome to Retiring in Japan for the second day of October 2025. I'm Kurt, retired 61-year-old American living here in the Japanese countryside. Well, that's the urban side, and then suddenly it's the countryside. Sorry to flip you all around. Come join me if you like. Let's see how this day unfolds. First thing we got to do is morning exercise with the exercise team. Boy, it's turning chilly all of a sudden with October here. Let's get started. Let's join me if you like.
それでは足を揃えた良い姿勢にラジオ体操第一腕を前から上に大きく伸びの運動ですはい1、2、3、4、5、6腕と腰の運動腕は深く
Okay, radio exercise went really well, and I found 100 yen on the ground as I was walking, which is funny because I had placed 100 yen at the little shrine up there, the little Jizo statue, and it was there for a couple weeks and then it disappeared, and then I found 100 yen almost in the same spot. It's like he was giving it back. Anyway, I showed up with the team and I said, hey, I found 100 yen on the ground, and did anybody drop it? And they said they taught me that a Japanese saying that in Japan, if you get up early in the morning, he's the construction guy working on this house. He shows up early every morning, works late every night. Getting to know him. And they have a saying in Japan that sounds a lot like the early bird gets the worm. If you get up early enough, good things will be found. So they told me it was mine. So I got my 100 yen back. Let's start the day. Let's take the dogs for a walk. For our morning dog walk, it's very pleasant. The sun's risen now and starting to warm up a little. Can't believe that. I'm actually glad for that. Oh, one of our neighbors just laid out all their stuff for the stand. Eggplant and all kinds of stuff. Bell peppers. More stuff over here. Oh, chock full of like lettuce and stuff. Wow. All for 100 yen. Let's have a look at the plants here at the little farmer's yard. He's got in 1, 2, 3 rows of various sizes. Looking good. Boy, that soil looks beautiful. Okay, breakfast is done, and so now Rudy and I are heading out to go find a place to do our daily office hours, Monday through Friday, 10 to 10:30 on Discord. And so Rudy's all in his little cart here. I've got the backpack that I got at the flea market the other day, and I'm gonna stop and get a bag of pecan to take with me. So I got my 100 in here. Pick a bag. I like this one right in the middle. I'll just put it in the slot. Take a bag. Good to go. Let's carry on. So Rudy's got his little thing here. I can just unhitch it and we're off to running. It's interesting to be walking around with this dog stroller. People don't stare at me so much anymore. They look down at the stroller. And the guys we just passed a couple back there. And the woman was like, and the man looked down and he said, oh, it's a dog. Oh, Oinu-san. So isn't that a beautiful Akia right there? I really like that one. It's only a matter of time. I mean, that is a beautiful little place. I really like it. It's got room for parking. It's been empty for a long time. It's only a matter of time before someone's gonna buy that little lot and demolish it. But I'd live in that house. Talk about convenient. Wow. And this is the old Tokaido Highway, no less. The most famous road in Japan. And right up here along the old Tokaido Highway, this is the entrance here of a Zen temple. Hey, Daruma-san. Right up there. That's actually where my wife's family's, the father's side of the family, everyone is buried up there. It's a lovely little place. I did a video a long time ago of a Zen priest playing with children, including my daughter. And that happened in that courtyard right there. I'm gonna zoom in. That's exactly the courtyard to the gate where it was filmed. I'll add the clip after this if I can find it. This is the entrance to a Zen Buddhist temple. This is the statue of Dharma-san, the founder of Zen. Nay, it does kind of look like that. And there's the temple up there. And this is the priest of the Zen temple. This temple is over 400 years old. And this man is the head priest, and that's his grandson. Agemashite omedetou gozaimasu. Ah, nani sore? Densha da. Little train.
Densha? Hai.
Ah, Jizo-san, kirei desu. Hi. Whoop. Hi. Now it's very traditional in Japan for children to play games on New Year's Day. And what a rare and special treat to see the children, the grandchildren of a Buddhist priest, playing in the courtyard of a 400-year-old temple. It doesn't get much more Japanese than this. Here's another lovely Akiya empty home. Just a little up from the one we saw just a while ago. If you walk along this street, just like about any street around here, you're gonna find every third or fourth house, something like this. So it's a little more run down. And right across the street from that empty house is this beautiful house with the flowers. And again, there's the most famous and once the most busiest road in Japan. It's now so few cars, you can just walk down the middle. No one really drives here. This building up here is interesting. This was the clothing store. We're still in Yara, where I live. This building right here, it was the clothing store where my wife and her siblings used to get clothes. The owner would pile the clothes up in that door. And I remember coming here back in the day when they were still operating, and there'd be a big mountain of clothes. And my wife would describe the kids would pile through the mountain of clothes and try to pick out the any clothing that would fit them. And mom would then buy it for them. That's it. Okay, I'm closing in on the railroad tracks up here. This is Kensogo Undo. No, not Kensogo Undo. This is the Kinrijutsu Bikan no Mae no Eki. This train station right up here on the Shizuoka line. I want to show you, this is my favorite vending machine because it's almost all 100 yen. Let's have a look. see all the anime on the side of the train? Isn't that cool? It's for an anime festival that's happening, or Ghibli festival. Oh, that wasn't Ghibli art, was it? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there's a Ghibli festival happening this month at the museum here. And then I haven't figured out why that's the case. Here's the train station. So park up here. I'll stop here for a second and get something out. Here's a relatively new apartment block right here. That's nice, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6 units on each floor. Single entrance, that mean they must have a hallway or something inside. Lots of parking. Sometimes these places will have a vending machine outside, but I don't see one here. Here's the park. That's interesting to see. I'm going to stop here for just a second. Get on my tripod. Let's watch the guys do the thing for a minute. So I'm all set up in office hours right now, about probably a quarter of the way through. I've got my little phone set up here in Discord. I've got my little dog right here. And I'm doing absolutely nothing but just sitting here and observing the world, which is a harder thing to do than it seems. I mean, I think you know that, right? I mean, we fill ourselves in our lives with so many distractions, hashtag distraction from my creed, that to try to avoid that even for a moment, the determined distraction is hard. Fortunately, this is Japan, and there's lots of incidental interest happening all around me. This beautiful tree, the leaves are gently coming down. There's another one of those anime trains about to go by. Arborist guys are working in the tree. They're taking a break right now. Here comes another train. Japan is certainly an easy place to be distracted if that's your game. Isn't it most of our game? I'm going to try an experiment. While I sit here in my office hours, I'm going to let you experience a bit of the ambient atmosphere as well. Turn the camera on aimed in the same direction I'm looking, and you can listen and see what's going on. Office hours are complete. Emily joined me, a Discord member and a friend on Twitter. Joined me for the last bit there. Good to see you, Emily, if you see this. And it was nice to talk a little bit about family and Japan and names and etc. I think I'm going to head on home now. It's the temperature's starting to warm up a little bit, and I've got some things I want to finish. it might be easier to do from the comfort and coolness of my little room. Even though I don't have air conditioner, it's cooler there. And then lunch will come up after that. Walking past the station, have a look at some of the bikes here and scooters. Oh, did I tell you all the big news? I'm getting my softypapa bike back. Yeah, the guy that I gave it to when I left Japan to go to America all those years ago, he's gonna give it back to me this winter. My old softypapa bike, I'm gonna get it back. Back in this saddle again, literally. I cannot wait. Well, I've been scrimping and saving for the last 9 months and in preparation to buy my new bicycle. And here it is. I just took delivery today. And this is my brand new Bridgestone Brave Star. Bridgestone is probably the most popular bicycle manufacturer in Japan, and the Brave Star is their high-end, high-end not in terms of cost, but high-end in terms of strength. High-end bicycle. It has a very strong frame and very strong spokes and reinforced everywhere. But let me talk about this type of bike before I get into that kind of details. This particular bicycle is a very popular and common bicycle in Japan. It's called a mamachari by most, and it is typically the type of bicycle that you see mothers with children riding about all over the place, going to the supermarket, picking up the kids. Sometimes they'll have a basket on the front, such as this, as well as a baby carrier in the back. Sometimes you'll see them with 2 baby carriers. I've even seen bicycles with 3, one in the front, one in the back, and one right here behind the handlebars. It makes quite a sight. Anyway, these bikes are notorious for their durability and long life. They're very strong and very convenient and handy to use. Let me go over some of the features of this type of bike, which may be of interest to people, especially in these days of high energy costs when folks might be interested in alternate forms of transportation. This particular bike has an integrated system in terms of many features. For example, here is the headlight in the front, and the light is actually driven by the wheel power, but not through the typical gear mechanism that would go against the wheel, but instead the line runs down along this brace here, and this hub here is an integrated hub system that generates electricity as the bike turns and powers this light right here. The light has a sensor that determines when the sun has gone down, and the light can come on automatically. You can also set it so that the light is on at all times. A very handy feature. Another interesting aspect of this bicycle is the gear system. This is a 3-speed bike. You can see the system right here for changing the gears, 2 and 3. However, the gears do not change a sprocket type of mechanism as you see on most bikes in the West. As you can see, there is no such mechanism here on the back wheel. Instead, the gears are changed within the hub itself. This integrated hub system here contains all the apparatus for changing the gears. It's a sealed unit and is basically protected from the elements, and it's very smooth. It operates easily without any jarring. It's a very nice system. The lock on this bike is right here, and it's a special type of lock that actually, you can see this, it drives a pin between the spokes and then locks the system here, so you can't move the bike. You move it like this. However, it actually locks 2 elements of the bike at once. You can see that the wheel can move freely here. However, if I lock it here now, a cable runs up through to the front all the way to the front and engages the second lock. You can see the cable coming up here. Engages the second lock here in the gooseneck, and now the front wheel is locked. So by locking the back, you simultaneously prevent the wheel from moving, and you lock the front steering wheel as well, or the front wheel can't turn anymore. This bike includes 2 baskets. The standard basket here in the front, and this basket in the back, which is an after purchase, but it's all made by Bridgestone. It comes with this carrier and then the basket on it. It has an integrated kickstand, so to speak, so that you can see how the bike can come off the stand here and then be easily brought back on the stand. There we go. It has a little locking mechanism. There we go. This bike is exceptionally strong. The Brave Star, I chose this bike because I'm larger than most Japanese, and this large, heavy, reinforced frame is very durable and will likely not wobble like my previous bike did. It also has a reinforced forks, and the spokes are much more heavy duty than a standard model. It's easy on, off. The feet can come off over this low bar very easily. And one more feature that I want to show you, it has a little bell integrated into the handlebars. You can just easily move the bell here and the gear shift there. This mirror actually is also made by Bridgestone, but does not come standard with the unit. I purchased that today when I picked up the bike. And there you go, softypapa's brand new Mamachetti. My steed, so to speak, in adventuring and exploring in the Japanese countryside. Well, I think I'm going to head out now because the rain has just begun to drizzle, and I don't want to get my bike wet right on the first day out, but there'll be plenty of time to get it wet, dirty, muddy, grimy, and dented with lots of adventuring and exploring in the mountains to come. So here we go. Yes, today's my first day with my brand new Mamachetti. Okay, thanks for dropping by to have a look. Take care for now. Bye-bye. The woman just in front of me is a pretty fine example of Japan walking culture. Trucking along, almost at any age. I mean, tough passenger. Bicycling culture too. This little backpack is really comfortable. It's gonna work out really good. Very pleased with this purchase. And we're passing the Family Mart, home of the old bench. We're tearing down this classic old house right here. Let's take a left here on the old Tokaido Highway and see if we can have a look at the demolition underway. That house was one of the classics here in this neighborhood. This is actually my wife's father's family's neighborhood. They have a house right over here. The house right across the street here is an illustration of what it used to be like. Have a look. I'm always sad to see such beauties go. Oh, here's another Akia house that I think, man, if I was still in the market to buy a house, this is the one I'd want right up here. Have a look. Had to drop the camera down, someone was coming. Anyway, it's right across the street here. It's really nice. It's older than the house I've got. I'd say this is probably from the 70s or the 60s. But it's got a nice piece of land, very conveniently located off the street. It has parking in back. The roof line looks good. Here, have a look. You can access it from the little road on the other side, but absolutely no one would ever go down unless they live there. The parking spot for that house is right there. It's right there. It's a real sweetheart. It's a really nice house. There's a little roadside stand that has nasu and pimon. That says nasu and pimon 100 yen. Both of which are growing in my backyard and with abundant fruit. Vegetables? Vegetables are kind of fruit. Some of these vegetables are. And, you know, with seeds and all. If I just go in the backyard and take care of it. Oh, these guys have the coolest truck. Check out this cool truck here. I love that yellow. Watch it as they go past. The Japanese say, kakoi, means it's cool. Oh, here comes a couple of old people. I'm sure they'll get a good look at the dog. Put it down so let's see if they say something. Oh wait, it's just a woman. A woman on her own isn't going to say much, but there's a couple up there. Maybe they'll say something. Actually, I might even know them. And then they're doing the rice harvest right there. All the way out. This is the road to my house from down below. Oh, I know her. Konnichiwa. She's the niece of my friend. They just built that beautiful, they're the owner of that beautiful house there, but I keep the camera down to protect everybody's privacy, of course. Okay, got a clear shot to the rest of the way home. We'll wrap up a few things, including editing today's video, the one you're watching right now, which requires a lot of little piecemeal editing throughout the day to do a good job. More and more, that's becoming the case. Practice, practice, practice. Edit, edit, edit. Produce, produce, produce. Oh, they bought a big post hole driller thing. Let's take a look. Oops. Look at that. There's people. Look at that big post hole driller thing. It's the same guys that ran that kakoi truck. I love that thing. Is the door open? Nope, that's called I call it the NHK house. It's the last house that remains of like a little row of tenements that got demolished to make way for that place where they're doing that drilling, where the kakoi truck is. This house, they were scheduled to demolish it, but I think they're building it on the inside, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm almost home. Ooh, there in the distance is the local farmer who you see his farm every morning, but we don't see it. Ah, konnichiwa. But we don't actually see the farmer ever. But they're stacking up the harvested rice to dry. I live down this street, but let's take a diversion up there and take a video as we go past and see what they're doing. They're actually cutting it and drying it. We'll make a quick U-turn up here. Ah, they've got more of the chestnuts out. Ah, that one was buying chestnuts, 300 yen for a bag. I helped to harvest those. Let's do a U-turn and go back and look. I think we got a pretty good glimpse of that. And hey, and there's the other farm couple. They're out planting plants in their row. Let's take a look. didn't want to intrude too much on anybody's privacy, so I didn't give you all a great look. But let's go take a look at the river real quick, and then we'll go home. That's my new friend in there, working hard on his thing. Ah, there's Mick's on. He's the local forester. That's his truck right up there. He owns that land over there. He's giving me some tips. He let me use his weed cutter once. The river looks very nice, doesn't it? That's my backyard over there. Pretty much undeveloped, but I have plans. As soon as it gets cooler, I have plans. Next year's attempt at gardening will be more to point. But now let's go home. Rudy, we're home, Rudy. Rudy, yay, we're home. Yeah. Right, it's lunchtime, so we're gonna go off and go to the Katsudan Tonkatsuya place. Let's go. Hey, we're gonna go out for lunch. We're gonna pick up Dad and then take him out instead of bringing him here. Okay, here's the place, Katsuya. That's what those characters say, Katsuya. It's a sample of the offerings. Yumiko pointed out to me that that's the takeout menu. Jumbo size has arrived. Take a look at this. We got counter service today. It's a bit crowded, but it works just fine. You're gonna add a little sauce on top, drizzle it on, and have at it. I'm gonna need a nap after this. Look at the size of that rice. It's very important not to forget the mustard. It really is the key ingredient. See how Yumiko put it in the side first? Oh, and shichimi too, yeah. And the shichimi. And we're ready. Behind me here isn't just a normal supermarket. This is the Japan Agricultural Cooperative Market, and they have a sale going out front for winter flowers and vegetables and stuff like that you can plant in the ground. And plus they have a good selection of produce as well. It's a good place if you want to come to shop for green grocer stuff. So we just dropped by here because they're having a little bit of a sale going on. Those are chestnuts, like I would harvested at my neighbor's place. Look out at this extraordinary pickles section. The outside of the place. And then it has a big JA building over there as well. And then I think that's a JA bank. JAs everywhere. It used to be quite an instrumental piece of the Japanese farm infrastructure and livelihood. Dog walk time. Let's have a look at the fully harvested rice set up on the racks. It's interesting to get a visual impression of how much yield there is of actual rice. That buzzed me hard. That was, I don't know if that was a warning, but it sure felt like it. Yumiko and I are paying for it in blood sugar right now. It's a nice, pleasant walk, a little bit on the hot side, but we're both a little bit, you know, that big helping of rice and everything really got to us. Maybe a coffee or something would do the job, but now the boys are headed back home. And we just had that big close encounter with the osuzumebachi. Man, that thing buzzed my head close. And there's another one. That's like the third or fourth one today. Well, we've decided we're going to get convenience store tonight for dinner. Konbini sounds better than convenience store for sure. Which is a fun treat to do sometimes, especially when we had a big lunch like we did. Or our neighbors come home, we gotta wait. He's still working. So here we are at the 7-Eleven. They got a pretty good selection ready for the evening rush to come in. I found Yumiko looking at the best section. Good idea. Oh, look at this. Oh, 7-Eleven dinner is in the bag. This is the same 7-Eleven that has that world famous view of that 7-Eleven sign with Mount Fuji. Put the photo right after this. Have a look. The day is winding down. We're here to collect Yoko for the evening dog walk. It's actually chilly, almost chilly enough to want to put on a sweater. That's nice. It was a good day. We got a lot done. I think the most significant thing was really kind of locking in, at least if not the form, the template for the new blog post that I'm doing at the end of the day to extrapolate out the objectives and principles from the morning's social media post. I didn't really talk much about that today, but I worked on that today and I think it came out pretty good. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the day. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow if you choose to join us. Be safe, but not too safe. I'm back at the house, and there he is again, just like last night. That worker on the house, wrapping it up, getting ready to go home. Boy, he's a hard worker, all by himself, working all day long in that house. He'll get it done. And I went and said hi to him. I told him, great job. I said, you know, what you saying here in Japanese? Oskare-sama. I asked him if he was tired. I said I'd see him tomorrow. And he stood up, ran up shape, gave me a bow, and just walking up the gate, and there he goes. Quite admirable. I mean, people work hard everywhere, but, you know, it's admirable wherever I see it.